اسلام آباد میں 2 ڈرون حملے ہوئے ہیں. یہ خبر ابھی ہمیں فوراً تھوڑی دیر پہلے ہی پتہ چلی ہے. اور اس کے علاوہ کوہاٹ ایئر بیس میں کچھ دھماکے ہوئے ہیں. جسٹ اے سیکنڈ. So Zero Life 95 is here. He's saying hello Zero Life. Thank you for being here. And we're going to break what is happening. Really, the situation looks dire because ایک طرف ایران کی جنگ پہلے سے لگی ہوئی تھی اور اب جو ہے we're now seeing کہ پاکستان کے اندر اسلام آباد کے اندر ڈرون حملے ہوئے. So first of all, I want to show you the footage. So can we see the footage? So just a second, guys. So this is the news that just came out.
ڈرون کے حملے اور یہ حملے کوہاٹ میں آج جو صبح 3 حملے ہوئے, 3 ڈرونز کوہاٹ میں آئے. اس کے بعد اسلام آباد بھی حملہ کیا گیا ہے اور اسلام آباد ایئرپورٹ اس وقت بند کر دیا گیا ہے. نہ پروازوں کی لینڈنگ کی اجازت ہے اور نہ ہی ٹیک آف کی. ریڈ الرٹ جاری کر دیا گیا ہے. اور
پہلے خبر یہ آ رہی تھی کہ پروازیں جو ہیں وہ بند کر دی گئی ہیں اسلام آباد کی. اسلام آباد ایئرپورٹ بند ہے, مگر اب پھر کچھ دیر بعد ہی ہمیں پاکستانی آرمی ریڈار سسٹم واز ڈسٹرائڈ ان این اٹیک فرام افغانستان. A drone launched from Afghanistan struck the radar inside the Pakistan Army's Kohat cantonment. So ایک تو مجھے یہ لگ رہا ہے کہ بہت زیادہ ٹویٹر کے اوپر فیک اکاؤنٹس بھی چل رہے ہیں اور ٹویٹر کے اوپر جو ہے پاکستان کے خلاف تو ہمیشہ سے کیمپین چلتی تھی. تو in light of all these recent things آپ کو جو ہے نا سچ اور غلط ڈسائفر کرنا تھوڑا سا کبھی کبھار مشکل ہو جاتا ہے. مگر لیٹس جسٹ سی, جسٹ ایز آئی واز سیئنگ, اب یہ جو ٹویٹر اکاؤنٹ ہے دا ان نون مین, یہ مجھے لگتا ہے کہ بالکل ہی اینٹی پاکستان ہے, اینٹی تو مگر پھر بھی اس نے کچھ
ہو گیا نا
videos leaked. So this is a video of PAF jets, fighter jets, Pakistan Air Force, and they are destroying an Afghani drone. So let's see like a few more of what is happening. So this is another video.
آواز آئی نا ڈرون گیا
پاکستان کے دارالحکومت اسلام آباد افغان ڈرون پر کی پرواز جاری. So this is drones that were still flying. And as you know, مودی میڈیا, گودی میڈیا جو ہے وہ آ گیا ہے میدان میں ہمارے خلاف.
کے بعد سین نے اڈوں پر طالبان نے حملہ کیا ہے, جبکہ پاکستان نے قندھار میں تیل ڈپو پر حملہ کیا ہے. اروند اوجھا ہماری سموادداتا اس خبر پر ہمارے ساتھ ہیں. اروند, کیسے پھر سے اچانک سے ایک دوسرے پر حملے شروع ہوئے, کارن؟
دیکھیے, پہلے کل دیر رات جو پاکستان ایئر فورس نے اٹیک کیا تھا افغانستان میں اور کئی اہم ٹھکانوں پر, جس میں کابل میں بھی حملے کیے تھے, جس میں کئی سیویلین کی موت ہو گئی تھی, ایسا افغانستان ڈیفنس فورسز کا دعویٰ تھا.
So you see the Indian media is already having such a good time whenever Pakistan is being attacked. India جو ہے وہ شروع پہلے آتے ہیں, کوئی مسئلہ نہیں ہندو بھائیوں, میں آپ کو نا آج تھوڑا سا کروں گا. So Islamabad phase 6 is under attack by Afghan forces right now. So you see this is Islamabad. So مجھے بھی, میرے لیے بھی بڑی بریکنگ نیوز تھی. I called up my friends and family who are
نور خان ایئر بیس پہ, اور بہت تیزی سے یہ ایک اور اٹیک ہوا, اور یہ آپ لوگ دیکھ سکتے ہیں کہ کتنا یہ کافی زیادہ ہوا ہے. یہ بھی سیکنڈ بلاسٹ ہوا ہے اور یہ کافی ہیوی بلاسٹ ہوا ہے. یہ
تو
بلاسٹ بھی ہوا ہے ہماری.
کیا بینجامن نے
Let's watch. ہاں, so this is the video that I wanted to start with. ابھی ہوا یہ ہے کہ کراچی کے اندر انہوں نے بال کا مجسمے کو آگ لگائی ہے, تو اس کے بعد فوراً ہی یہودی وہاں بیٹھے ہوئے تو ان کو سمجھ آ گئی کہ تو ہمارے خدا کو لوگوں نے آگ لگا دی, انہوں نے ہماری افغانستان سے لڑائی کرائی ہے. سو what is happening? Is there a nuclear war that is going to happen? That is the main question. Is this the start of World War III? सारे यही पूछ रहे हैं कि दुनिया ख़त्म होने लगी है, पाकिस्तान में कुछ नहीं बचना, ईरान में कुछ नहीं बचना, इसराइल में जो है वो सुपर पावर बन के बाहर निकलना, जो कि अभी फैक्ट्स नज़र आ रहे हैं उनके मुताबिक चीज़ें इतनी सिंपल नहीं है. अमेरिका को भी बहुत बुरी तरह से शिकस्त हो रही है
जो हदीस पाक में
ईरान के
किया गया
अंदर. Sorry, sometimes the audio is playing in the background while I'm speaking, so people don't hear me. Hold on a second. So let me just talk about कि अमेरिका का इतना बड़ा मिस एडवेंचर जो हुआ है इस ऑपरेशन थंडरस्टॉर्म को ऑपरेशन मेगा एपिक डिज़ास्टर स्टॉर्म किया जा रहा है अब पूरे इंटरनेशनल मीडिया की तरफ से. एंड व्हाट हैज़ हैपेंड इज़ कि इन लोगों को ऑनेस्टली इतनी आइडिया नहीं है कि शियाइज़म जो रिलीजन है वो क्या है, और आयतुल्लाह कौन था, और आयतुल्लाह बनता कैसे है, आयतुल्लाह की कितने सालों की एजुकेशन होती है, और आयतुल्लाह सेलेक्ट कैसे किया जाता है. तो शिया जो हैं वो इस पूरे रीजन के अंदर फैले हुए हैं. आई मीन अगर आप गल्फ़ नेशंस के अंदर देखें तो शायद 5 लाख सुन्नी और 50 लाख शिया. देयर इज़ लाइक अ वेरी बिग डिफरेंस. एंड सद्दाम हुसैन सिर्फ इसलिए उसने अमेरिका को सही तरह रिटालिएशन नहीं की क्योंकि उसको इस बात का पूरा यकीन था कि कभी भी अमेरिका आके सद्दाम हुसैन को नहीं मारेगा, क्योंकि ईरान जो है वो रीजनल पावर बन जाएगा, जो हमें नज़र आ रहा है एक तरह से. मगर काफ़ी शिया पॉपुलेशन जो है वो इराक़ के अंदर भी है, और इराक़ के अंदर सिस्तानी जो हैं वो उनके लीडर हैं उस तरफ से. वो भी एक बहुत, अगर स्केल पे देखें तो मुज्तबा खमीनी जो बेटे हैं इमाम खमीनी के, अली खमीनी के, वो 15वें या 16वें नंबर पे आते हैं आयतुल्लाह बनने में. तो उन्होंने बहुत ज़्यादा एक अपने से पहले चेन को पास करके और वो आयतुल्लाह बन गए. मगर बात ये है कि इराक़ ने और ईरान ने दोनों ने ये एक्सेप्ट कर लिया है, उनकी गवर्नमेंट ने एक्सेप्ट कर लिया है, IRGC ने एक्सेप्ट कर लिया है, और सबसे जो कि इस रीजन में पावरफुल बंदा है वो लाराजानी का आपने बार बार नाम सुना होगा. तो ये चारों बंदे उनको ये लग रहा था कि बाकी जो शिया क्लरिक्स हैं उनका भी कुछ ना कुछ कभी कभार, इवन के पाकिस्तान में जो सुन्नी मेजॉरिटी है या शिया मेजॉरिटी है, उनका भी कभी कभार आयतुल्लाह खमीनी से एक बहुत बड़ा डिस्प्यूट रहा है. तो एक तरफ तो लग ही रहा था कि जैसे ही आयतुल्लाह को जो है कत्ल करेंगे या मार्टर करेंगे, शहीद करेंगे, तो सारे शिया और सुन्नी आयतुल्लाह और उसके रजीम के ख़िलाफ़ खड़े हो जाएंगे. मगर लग ही रहा है कि आयतुल्लाह की शहादत ने सारे मुसलमानों को यकसा इकट्ठा कर दिया है, और अब ना ही सारे शिया सेक्ट्स मुज्तबा खमीनी के साथ खड़े हैं, बल्कि इट्स ऑल्सो कि सारे सुन्नी भी, इवन कि टर्की तैयब अर्दोगान ने भी रिसेंटली जो है आपको आके बोला है कि कोई सुन्नी नहीं, कोई शिया नहीं है, सारे मुसलमान हैं. बड़ी अच्छी बातें कर रहे हैं. सऊदी अरेबिया भी जो है वो ईरान के साथ अंदर खाते कोई डील डन करना चाह रहे हैं. सो इज़ डोनाल्ड ट्रंप, एंड डोनाल्ड ट्रंप को कुछ भी समझ नहीं आ रहा. वो एक अब अपने जो है ना दामाद जारेड कुश्नर के ऊपर बयान कर रहे हैं. वैसे सुनने में आया ये है कि दामाद जो है वो हमेशा मरवाता है ससुर को. तो इस दफ़ा भी ये हुआ है कि दामाद ने जो है ससुर को बिल्कुल ख़त्म कर दिया है. वो उसको पीछे से मैनिपुलेट करता जा रहा था फॉर यू नो हाउ मैनी ईयर्स. और हमें ये पता चला है कि अभी जब नेतन्याहू आया है अमेरिका, तो वो जारेड कुश्नर के घर पे उसने स्टे किया हुआ था. तो हमें सारा पता है कि जारेड कुश्नर का जो बाप था उसकी क्या एलिजेंस थी नेतन्याहू के साथ, और नेतन्याहू का जो प्रोपेगेंडा है. सम से दैट जारेड कुश्नर इज़ अ हैंडलर ऑफ डोनाल्ड ट्रंप. That is what Kanye West just came out with, the biggest newest revelation from Kanye West. So, of course, Jeffrey Epstein or Jared Kushner, they aren't the main top level guys who are controlling the whole world. They're just the handlers. And neither does Donald Trump have all the permissions to do everything, whatever he wants. He also needs someone from the higher authority जो उसको करे. तो ये सारा कुछ देखते हुए अब ऑपरेशन एपिक फेलियर जो है उस पर ट्रंप ने बहुत बुरी तरह मार खा रहा है. और ऑन द अदर हैंड हम ये देख रहे हैं कि अफ़गानिस्तान और पाकिस्तान के अंदर मसले मसाइल शुरू हो चुके हुए हैं और इस्लामाबाद में ड्रोन्स बज रहे हैं. तो क्या इस सारी बातों से हम लोग ये डिटरमिन कर सकते हैं कि एक तीसरी जंग अज़ीम शुरू हो चुकी हुई है और अब जो है हम सबको जहाज़ पे निकल जाना चाहिए? मुझे लगता है कि इट्स टू अर्ली. ये जो छोटे मोटे स्क्रमिशेस चल रहे हैं, कुछ लोगों का ये भी ऑनेस्टली जो कि हमेशा एक पॉजिटिव टोन में जो लोग सोचते हैं वो ये कह रहे हैं कि शायद पाकिस्तान और अफ़गानिस्तान आपस में थोड़ा बहुत एक्सचेंज इसलिए कर रहे हैं कि इन दो मुल्कों को ईरान की जंग में धकेला ना जाए. कुछ लोग ये कह रहे हैं कि कोई एयर बेस है, बगराम एयर बेस, उसका चक्कर है, वो अमेरिका को चाहिए, उसके बिहाफ पर पाकिस्तान. देयर इज़ अ लॉट ऑफ स्पेकुलेशंस गोइंग ऑन, बट द पॉइंट इज़ कि हु इज़ राइट. आई गेस कि दोनों साइड पे जो गवर्नमेंट्स बैठी हुई हैं, अफ़गानिस्तान की भी गवर्नमेंट के कुछ मसले हैं, इवन पाकिस्तान की गवर्नमेंट के भी कुछ मसले हैं. सो पॉइंट बीइंग इट्स लाइक अभी जब ईरान के ऊपर लास्ट टाइम इजराइल ने अटैक किया था तो देयर वर लाइक मल्टीपल पीपल, Afghani people, like there were like hundreds and thousands, even millions of Afghani people who were refugees in Afghanistan. So when the last time Israel attacked these Afghanis who did not have even like citizenship or even like a passport, they started telling the locations of all the Iranian leaders. इसलिए अभी recently ईरान ने अपना जो है कंट्री के अंदर से सारे के सारे अफगान महाजिरों को निकाल दिया था. तो ये हमें पता है कि अफ़गानिस्तान जो है वो सारे अफ़गानी हमारे भाई हैं और कितने हमारे दोस्त पठान हैं और कितने जो हैं जाने वाले वो कभी काबुल जा रहे होते हैं, कभी वापस पाकिस्तान आ रहे होते हैं. तो ये दोनों रीजन्स जो हैं देर लाइक टू मच इंटरलिंक्ड. द पॉइंट स्टिल रिमेंस कि ये जो इस्लामाबाद में हमले हो रहे हैं, ये क्या अफ़गानी पीपल इस चीज़ को सपोर्ट करते हैं या पाकिस्तानी लोग जो है वो इस चीज़ को सपोर्ट करते हैं कि हम जाके काबुल में हमले करें? आई गेस सिचुएशन थोड़ी सी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है. सो I'll just show you a few more videos while I'm talking. Let me just show you what has been happening in Islamabad. Sorry, I think I've gone too. So this is a guy. No, not this guy. So इस्लामाबाद के पहाड़ी इलाके में फ़ौजी तनसीबात के ऊपर आग लगी हुई है. That is what is happening right now. Pakistan has struck Afghanistan's Taliban's top headquarters in Kabul, which served as the main hub for weapons, depots, and other terrorist activity. The Taliban have planned multiple global terrorist attacks from this headquarters, especially against Pakistan. So yes, there might be some propaganda from both sides, but clearly this is... ये वीडियो देखें.
शीशे सारे टूट गए. ये देखो जी. इस साइड पे गिरा है. हाँ.
सो गाइस, ये जो वीडियो चल रही है ये I-9 इस्लामाबाद की वीडियो चल रही है. ये मैं आपको जो दिखा रहा हूँ और इट्स लाइक ब्रेकिंग न्यूज़ कि I-9 के अंदर जो है एक बिल्डिंग पे ड्रोन लगा है. सो एक मेरा जो फ्रेंड है, ये कोई इंडिया की वीडियो बीच में चल गई. एक मेरा फ्रेंड, उसका ऑफिस है I-10 में, तो मैंने उसको कॉल किया, उससे पूछा कि भाई सही है? तो thank you कि वो he was working from home and he was safe. And this is what is happening. I mean, there's so many people who even जब हम छोटे होते थे हम लोग भी I-9 के अंदर रहते थे. So it's like really devastating to see what is happening in Islamabad right now. Right now. So this is
खान एयर बेस पे
another
और
breaking
बहुत तेजी
news.
से
And according to reports, Afghan defense forces have currently targeted the Noor Khan air base inside of Islamabad. And then there's like Afghanistan Times. Afghanistan के जो है ना वो बड़े ही अजीब अजीब, आप खुद देखें प्रोपेगेंडा. आई मीन के शायद इन बेचारे अफगानियों को ना इनको जंग के अंदर में रखा है और बिल्कुल ही इनका ना दिमाग फारिग हो गया कि अपने मुसलमान बरादर मुल्क. और ये मैंने अफगानिस्तान का पहली दफ़ा प्रोपेगेंडा नहीं देखा. अभी जब ईरान की जंग स्टार्ट हुई थी तो जंग स्टार्ट होते हुए ही मैं कर देता तो जंग स्टार्ट होते हुए ही ईरान के तालिबान के अफगानिस्तान तालिबान के लीडर्स ने आके अब ओपनली कहना शुरू कर दिया कि ख़मेनी जो है वो तो मुसलमान ही नहीं है, वो तो इस्लाम ही नहीं है. तो आई मीन के थोड़ा सा ना एक्चुअली बनाया भी तालिबान को पाकिस्तान ने था. तो अब हम जो है ना कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस के फेस कर रहे हैं. So there's multiple videos. A lot of them are fake as well. A drone strike has just confirmed in Kohat. Local sources say local sources have confirmed the attack, stating that warning sirens haven't sounded. The fall area following the strikes. तो ये जो सायरन जो ईरान और टेल अवीव में बज रहे हैं वो पाकिस्तान में भी. एंड ये मैंने आपको पोस्ट सबसे स्टार्ट में दिखाई थी. Islamabad. This is somewhere in Islamabad where a drone has crashed. So, what do you think? What do you guys think? What I think is, hold on a second. So, what I think is, ये जो है ना I don't really think that this is the real war that Pakistan is going to fight or is fighting. I think कि जो अभी एक अमेरिका की जो सपोर्ट है पाकिस्तान भी जो कर रहा है वो आर्जी है. अमेरिका का पूरा वजूद ही GCC और गल्फ स्टेट्स के से चला गया है. दुबई खाली हो चुका हुआ है. दुबई के बीचेस खाली हो चुके हैं. सारी इंस्टाग्राम मॉडल्स दुबई से भाग रही हैं. $25,000 सिर्फ निकलने का टिकट है और $25,000 पे भी कोई नहीं इनको बाहर निकाल लेकर जा रहा. तो दुबई जो था वो एक बहुत फ्रैजाइल एक आर्टिफिशियल इकॉनमी के ऊपर बेस था. एंड दुबई के अंदर आपने देखा 2 पटाखे बजे तो उनका कोई वहाँ बंदा रुका नहीं. दुम दबा के दौड़े हैं. एंड आई डोंट थिंक दुबई इज़ गोना रिकवर फ्रॉम दिस. सीरियसली गाइज, दुबई इज़ नॉट गोइंग टू बी द सेम फॉर द नेक्स्ट आई डोंट नो एटलीस्ट 10-15 ईयर्स. मरीना के अंदर मैं आपको वीडियोज़ अभी दिखाऊँगा. मरीना के अंदर जिन लोगों ने घर लिया है उनको जो है ना आई डोंट नो उनकी इन्वेस्टमेंट मेरे ख्याल से बहुत नीचे जा रही है. इवन के बैंकिंग सेक्टर सिटी बैंक को फाइनेंशियल सेंटर इन दुबई उसके अंदर ड्रोन आके लगा है सिटी बैंक को क्योंकि अपेरेंटली इजराइल जो है वो ईरान के बैंक्स को बॉम्ब्स मारा है. IRGC को जहाँ से हर महीने पैसे मिलते हैं वो बैंक को उन्होंने तबाह किया. तो दैट वाज लाइक अ वेरी वंडरफुल मूव बिकॉज द रियल enemies are these big bankers who have all the money in the world while the rest of the world burns. They're just there to profit. और यही हमारी मतलब कि एक जो है ना आज जो स्ट्रीम हम लोग कर रहे हैं उसका यही है कि is it really when you think about Pakistan and Afghanistan and in the bigger picture, do you really think that Pakistan and Afghanistan would go into like a big war. And why isn't Iran attacking Pakistan? Because आपने अगर देखा होगा कि इंडिया और पाकिस्तान की जब जंग हुई थी, इंडिया के जहाज़ गिरे, पाकिस्तान के अंदर भी आके बॉम्ब्स फटे, क्या पाकिस्तान या इंडिया की इकॉनमी ख़त्म हो गई? क्या हम लोग का सारे जो है लाइफस्टाइल जो है बदल गया? जो ये जगह है, जो स्पेशली पाकिस्तानी कौम है, उन्हें बहुत बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट देखे हुए हैं, बम धमाके छोटे मोटे होते रहते हैं, लोग मरते रहते हैं. हमारे लोग बहुत रेजिलियंट हैं. जो भी पाकिस्तान में बैठा हुआ है वो वाकई में बहुत रेजिलियंट इंसान है, जो कि सारी हार्डशिप्स के बावजूद वो यहाँ जो है ना एक अपना आप को स्टेबल और कारोबार सारा कुछ चला रहे. एंड दुबई के अंदर ऑन द अदर हैंड जब आप लोग देखते थे हबीबी कम टू दुबई, जब लोग जाके दुबई के अंदर अपनी पोस्टर लगा रहे हैं, गोरियों के साथ फिर रहे हैं, क्लब्स के अंदर डांस कर रहे हैं, तो ऑब्वियसली एक आपको पता चलता था कि यार देयर इज़ अ ह्यूज डिफरेंस. बट आई थिंक what the new world order is coming, Pakistan, Karachi is going to be more of the business hub, because अगर आप देखें तो एक टाइम पे कराची पे ज़्यादा फ़्लाइट्स लैंड होती थी rather than Dubai, and Karachi was considered like the thing. Dubai was nothing back then. और फिर जैसे जैसे कराची की फ़्लाइट्स कम होती गई वैसे वैसे दुबई एक पूरा इंटरनेशनल बिजनेस हब बन गया, और उन्होंने पता नहीं क्या क्या कर लिया. शेखों ने एक जो है ना पूरा उन्होंने जन्नत बना ली सहरा के अंदर, मगर उनकी जन्नत जो है इट वाज सीरियसली ऑन अ डेक ऑफ कार्ड्स एंड इट्स जस्ट गॉन अवे, वैनिश्ड फॉरएवर. एंड सम से कि एक साल के अंदर अंदर शायद पाकिस्तान कराची के अंदर जो है जो पोर्ट कासिम है, इट हैज़ द कैपेसिटी कि वो जितना भी आपका सारा कार्गो आता है दुबई एयरपोर्ट, वो कासिम पोर्ट के अंदर ट्रांसफ़र हो सकता है. एंड प्लस कासिम पोर्ट जो है उसके साथ जो आपका इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट है, वहाँ रनवे बन रहा है. सबसे बड़े जहाज़ बोइंग के जो बड़े बड़े जहाज़ होते हैं उनको लैंड करने के लिए वो स्पेशल बड़ा वाला रनवे बना रहे. सो आई थिंक कि इवन अगर पाकिस्तान के लोग जिन्होंने दुबई में बिलियंस एंड बिलियंस ऑफ डॉलर इन्वेस्ट किए हुए हैं, वो ही अगर वापस अपने लेकर आएँ, क्योंकि दुबई जो है ना यल्ला हबीबी, इट इज़ क्रैशिंग लाइक एनीथिंग. इट्स नेवर गोना रिकवर. इवन द शेख्स आर नॉट इन कंट्रोल. एंड ये वही शेख थे जिन्होंने अपने मुसलमानों को मारा. नाउ वी सी कि जब दुबई को आग लगी हुई है तो सोमालिया के अंदर जो कि फोर्सेस हैं असल सोमाली लैंड वाली, वो वापस अपनी सारी टेरिटरी ले रही हैं, और यूएई बैक्ड मिलिशियाज वापस रिट्रीट करती जा रही है. सो देन समवन माइट आस्क द क्वेश्चन कि अगर ईरान जंग जीत रहा है, अगर ईरान जो है वो इतनी बड़ी सुपर पावर बन चुका हुआ है, तो वाई नॉट के जाते जाते इज़राइल जो है वो एक दो न्यूक्लियर बॉम्ब चलाते हुए जाए. क्योंकि इज़राइल को तो हर रोज़ आई शो यू द वीडियोज़ दैट आर गोइंग ऑन राइट नाउ, कि इज़राइल को तो डेली के हिसाब से देयर हैव बीन मल्टीपल स्ट्राइक्स, 300 bombs in a day that have been following. So why not Israel just throw a nuclear bomb? और क्या नेतन्याहू इतना स्टूपिड था कि उसको पता नहीं था कि अगर वो जंग छेड़ेगा ईरान के साथ तो क्या उसकी रैमिफिकेशंस हो सकते हैं? क्या ट्रंप के अपने आर्मी के जनरल्स ने ये बात उसको हज़ारों दफ़ा नहीं बताई थी कि भाईजान ये जंग जो है ना आपको कहीं से भी जीतने का कोई इम्कान नहीं है, मगर क्यों वो जंग में गए? अब ये एक बहुत बड़ा क्वेश्चन उठता है. एंड इफ़ यू रियली गो इनटू डिटेल एंड थिंक अबाउट इट, तो जो ये ज़ायनिस्ट हैं दे डोंट इवन केयर अबाउट देयर ओन पीपल. व्हाट इज़ रियली टेल अवीव? टेल अवीव is a place, it's like a business hub where all the big businesses are there, and that's like a liberal side of Israel. And then there's the Orthodox Jews that are in Jerusalem. So now Tel Aviv is being bombed relentlessly. People, even in the shelters, are not safe. I'll show you a video in which there's a girl who is running away from a shelter. She was Because I remember the last time we were doing this live stream, I told you there are only two kind of people in Israel. The first, who are in shelters for 24 hours every day for the last I don't know how many days, and the other ones are the ones who are on the run because the Iron Dome system has failed. I will show you a few videos of what's been happening with the Iron Dome system, and Iran is coming up with these funny cartoons that are depicting exactly what is going on with the world, and they're so funny. So we'll show you some of those as well. But the point that I was trying to tell you, कि जो Zionist हैं, do they even care about Tel Aviv? Now, some sources are saying, and this might be a legitimate fact, that not even all of the Jews are deserving. Because when they're going to build the new world, only the righteous Jews are going to be there. So Tel Aviv एक ऐसी जगह where there's like open, it is like homosexual paradise, and it's a pedophile paradise, and it's like they're doing parties. They're not the sort of people who are willing to commit to a war because they have everything they want. They have a child support, they have healthcare, they've got billions of dollars coming in from USA, all the big banks, the Rothschilds, they are controlling it. We know Jeffrey Epstein was also involved. We know that they are pulling the strings. Even Donald Trump is like a puppet of Netanyahu. And we don't know if even Netanyahu is alive right now, because we'll get into that conspiracy as well in a bit. But there's a video of Netanyahu with 6 fingers, and Netanyahu, except for that video, hasn't been seen for like the past 6-7 days, and the internet is going crazy over that. But coming back to our topic, Donald Trump why is Donald Trump a puppet of Netanyahu? And who really are the people, and how strong are these occultists who believe in Baal, who believe in the Satan, who believe that there's a bigger meaning to their life, and they need to kill a lot of people, and they need to destroy a lot of lives. So in their prophecies, they do believe that America, the Romans, are like their enemies as well. Because Benjamin Netanyahu was reading a book, and a journalist asked him a question, which book are you reading? And it was the Jews and the Romans, something like that. And he was reading the history about when the first time Jews tried to take over Rome, they were what mistakes did they make? How brutal of defeat it was. Because remember, the promised land and the promised people, these people go like thousands of years back. So 2,000 years ago, approximately, at the time of Jesus Christ, the Jews had almost taken over this Palestine area, this land that we call Israel now, and they were in plan to make the greater Israel from Euphrates to the Nile, whatever they say. And at that time, the Romans killed the Jews, they expelled them from their land. They had big battles over it, because Jews want everyone to fight with each other and die, because everyone is a goyim, and they want to be the last one standing, and they will build the new world. So in this new world, I'm sorry that the normal Israeli people are not even safe. And that is a fact, because maybe Netanyahu knew that Iran had like a potential to strike Tel Aviv with all the might, with like hundreds and thousands. Honestly, Donald Trump and Netanyahu did not expect this war to go that long, but they knew that they had the potential. Iran had the potential to like decimate. It's Tel Aviv is being Gaza-fied right now, and on the other hand, when you're looking at Ayatollah Khamenei, Ali Khamenei was a guy who never believed that he had a fatwa against nuclear weapons. So this has been repeated like 1,000 times all over the internet about this fatwa, and still for the Western audience, I'd like to explain it a little more, is that in the religious scriptures of Shiaism, they don't believe in like making like a weapon of mass destruction which they throw on a place where innocent people will die. So Khamenei was okay with building a hypersonic missile that could go 2,500 kilometers and hit precisely, pinpoint a target, maybe have a few casualties, but he wasn't ever in favor of making a nuclear bomb. And why is that? Because Shias would rather die innocent than they would rather become martyrs than become the oppressors themselves. So if Iran and Ayatollah Ali Khamenei would make a bomb, what difference would he have from Iran side to Israel side? Because if both of them have nuclear weapons pointed at each other, and both of them are willing to kill each other, destroy innocent humans, and change the whole region, what difference does it make? So this is like a very valid point that the Western people need to understand, because this Shiaism goes it has a very deep, enriched history, and the history of Ayatollahs and how much education they have to go through, and it's like a really in-depth thing that the Western people cannot understand really. So on the other hand, you see Pete Hegseth and Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff, and these three people. Why is Jared Kushner going in the Middle East, in Oman, to do a deal with Iran? And why did Jared Kushner, I just told this whole story about this fatwa about a nuclear weapon. So why did Jared Kushner go back to Trump and tell him that these guys are not serious with the deal? And how do we know this? Because there's a third party in all of this that can verify that, and that is Oman. A day before the war, the Omani foreign minister and even their politicians came out and they said that Iran had accepted the best freaking deal. They were going to give away every nuclear possibility. They were willing to negotiate with the Americans, and the Omanians were really happy, and they were proud that they negotiated peace between America and Iran, and it was going to be the best deal for both sides. But rather, Jared Kushner, this guy, I don't know, his father, the Kushner family has like deep ties with Baal and Mossad and Epstein and Rockefeller. So, Jared Kushner was the one giving Trump fake information. So now you understand that the destruction of Israel might be good for the new empire that the Jews are going to build, the new world they're going to build. First, they're going to destroy the whole world. The Jews also know that there's going to be the Christians, the Roman Empire is not going to stand with them at the end of times, when they'll rebuild the tomb of Solomon, and they'll have this whole kingdom from God knows where to where. So eventually they're going to also fight with the United States, because where is Rome? if you think about it, modern day Rome is actually United States of America. So it's like a mutual destruction. They want to destroy Israel as well. They want to destroy America as well. And how are they destroying America? Because they're bombing the oil infrastructure. America never wanted the oil prices to go up. They never wanted instability in the GCC. Now, America with already like a 40-50 trillion dollar debt that you can see, and then there's derivatives and there's financial instruments and all type of gimmickry, and it is in the quadruple trillions of dollars. I mean, you have to invent words for how much money they owe to the world. And what happens when the oil stops flowing and the Qataris and the Dubai people have no money and they're not reinvesting that money in all the AI crap that every Microsoft, Nvidia, and everyone is like AI, 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 like 50 times. These guys are saying in their presentation, it's all about AI. And if the investment starts to dry up, there's a huge chance that there will be a civil war in United States of America itself. So Israel will get destroyed. Israel might not get destroyed. The liberal side of Israel will get destroyed. The ones that actually are running the businesses, are running the banks, are running the infrastructure, they're going to get decimated. That's the prophecy. And the Orthodox Jews in Jerusalem are going to be left. They're going to control. These Orthodox Jews are going to make the new kingdom. Sorry, guys, for the slight inconvenience. So these Orthodox Jews are going to control the new Israel. And this is like a point as well, because Benjamin Netanyahu, before the October 7th attack, his government was like, there was a no confidence vote at least like 30 times. Every 2 months his government broke, then he came back, then it broke, then it came back. So Netanyahu was also facing criminal charges because there's like he's been like money laundering, he's evaded taxes. There's a lot of financial gimmickry that Netanyahu himself has been doing, and he himself has been profiting. So Netanyahu was going to prison, and he orchestrated this biggest October 7th event in which Hamas came in, and Hamas was killing the innocent Israelis, and so was the Israeli army was, I don't know, shouldn't say those sort of things about the tiny hats. So, that's where the Gaza thing started, and it leads to the Iran war. And I mean, now you're just starting to understand the vicious mindset of these people. So if these liberals, if these people who are the intellectuals who are living in Tel Aviv, who are building all the industry, they're doing all their parties and all their drugs, if these people go away, then the Orthodox Jews will always elect an Israeli president who is like the ultimate Zionist, who believes in all of these prophecies, who believes that their Messiah is just going to come from behind the wall, and they'll conquer the whole world, and all of these things. I mean, these guys. So there's some chat going as well. Beast Arena says hello, and DB says Asi Tusi Musalman Gaza fired. So thank you for everyone who's watching. Please do comment whatever you guys are thinking. And where were we? We were talking about Netanyahu and Israel and what sort of a country they want. They're willing to expel or kill half of their own population just for the Orthodox Jews, the Zionists, to remain in power. And then they also want to destroy United States of America because it is known that Israel has attacked Dubai. When Iran was attacking Dubai, they've also attacked Saudi Arabia while Iran was attacking. So both these people, Iran and Israel, are both attacking the GCC. And because the GCC is going to fall, there's going to be a civil war in the United States of America coming very soon in a few years, because people will not have the money they used to have. They will not have the lifestyle that they enjoyed for the past 70, 80 years. And prices will skyrocket. There's going to be a few people who will have the whole wealth of America. Who were the Rockefellers? They were like the ones who were controlling all the assets of America. Who was JP Morgan? Who were the Rothschilds? I mean, they stole all the money from India, and they funneled all this money to America, to Rothschild, to the Rockefeller, to JP Morgan, to buy all the assets of a country. So, in other words, when the first central bank was announced in like 1905, 1908, they already controlled most of America's natural resources. And then what they do when everything else fails, they take you to war. So 1915, America was in, I think, the First World War. And then there was a Great Depression in 1928 or something. So the Wall Street crashed, all the stocks crashed. America was in like the worst situation. People were like traveling for miles and miles just to have a piece of bread. And that situation continued for like 10 years. It was like a very dire situation for all the Americans, and it continued for 10 years, so that the situation was such that they could draft normal Americans for another world war. So you understand, for America to really go into like a third world war, they have to create the situation in which normal Americans don't have the food to eat. There's a civil war going on. They have no place to go. They have they can't live a normal life, and the only thing that they think is a sensible thing is to go fight in a third world country or halfway around the world in a holy war that is blessed upon them by the Zionist regime and the tiny hats, and they'll have like, I mean, how bad of a situation would it be that someone who might do like a degree that he's passionate about, and he takes on like a huge student loan, and then to repay his student loan, he has to go serve in the army, and he has to go and get himself shot in the head. And that's, I discussed this earlier as well, that I mean, it must have been like the best university experience. I hope you Americans like had the most girls while you were in universities. I hope you had the best frat parties, and I hope you had a blast in your university. But just a simple thing as having a nice education could lead you into an endless war with Iran, with Israel, because they also consider Rome as their enemy. For Greater Israel to be like the truth in this world, they need to really destroy Rome as well as the Persians. So they have to destroy the Muslims and the Persians. And this is the next 5 to 10 years of your life. So what do you do? Is anyone safe in this world? And is anyone content with the biggest illusion in life basically is money. So all of us revolve around money, 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 money. Every day when we wake up in the morning to when we're going to sleep, we're only thinking about money. And money is the biggest illusion in this world. So the world that is coming, money is not even going to matter in the coming world, because when there's like no food in the market, when there's no electricity that is coming, so what do you do with that money? So the point is, it's better, that's the mantra, that community is going to help protect you. Because think about the world as being like this big global village where there are like big cities and there's like agriculture and everything is self-sustaining. You never have to think about how you'll get your meal. You just go to a restaurant, or there's already cooked food in your home, and you never even thought about the simple basic necessities, and even you don't even think about electricity or water. Now think that all of this infrastructure, the food and the resources just vanish. Everything starts to break down one by one. So what will happen is that now you have a world in which you don't have that many desires or wants. The only thing that would help you is your direct neighbors, the 30, 40 people that are around you. And there's going to be packets of people, little communities that are going to self-sustain themselves, and that is the only way that you're going to survive in the coming era. Yes, so it's like a really daunting situation. So let me show you, I've given you a lot of talking. Let me show you a little bit of videos so you better understand what I'm saying on the whole new world order. So yeah, let me, just a second, guys. Let me, yeah. I mean, not this video. Yeah.
Seeing this new just dropped on Polymarket. But you know how Republicans had like an 82% favorite to sweep the House and the Senate going into the 2028 election? Well, check this out. New reports just came. But you know how Republicans had like an 82% favorite to sweep the House and the Senate going into the 2028 election? Well, check this out. New reports just came out that the Democrats have a 50% chance of sweeping the midterms this election cycle. Sweeping the midterms. So think about that. I don't know if you guys were like me, but when Trump won that election, I thought that a Democrat would never serve in office ever again for all of eternity. And here we are now, what, 8 months out from the midterms, 6 months out from the midterms, and it looks like Democrats are going to sweep. I wonder. And I'm sure sending our children off to die in some war after you're running your entire fucking campaign on being the president of peace and the president of no new wars, you go and send our children off to die, and they're coming home in body bags, you psychopath. And you can't look at this chart and go, yep, I mean, Polymarket is accurate on like 99.999% of their charts. I mean, it's like they can literally predict the future, because Polymarkets is a predictive market site. So you're able to wager money on real world outcomes. And here we are, we're at war again. You see what I'm saying? It's absolute asinine and insanity. And it's rightfully deserved. The Republicans are good at one thing, and that's sabotaging their own party, period, full stop.
So yeah, you just heard this guy, and I think he makes a lot of sense. And Donald Trump is going to lose the midterm, and it's going to be like the biggest devastation. And who is responsible. It's Jared Kushner and it's Steve Witkoff and all these Zionist neo-Nazis who are ruining Trump's career. I mean, this guy could have done some good shit, but because of Jared Kushner, his son-in-law. The son-in-law is the person who will get you in the most trouble. Remember my words. So this radio that I want to show you.
Billions of dollars to replace Khamenei with Khamenei. You're telling me that the man whose entire family we killed is now the one in charge? How did this happen? These guys won't surrender no matter what. Oil prices are rising. Our Arab alliances are breaking off. My ratings are nosediving. And then there's this loser Reza Belvi who keeps trying to contact me. This is all happening because of Israel, but I can't say that. Tell them I only did this because of Jared Kushner. Tell them I never wanted any of this. It was all Steve Witkoff and Pete Hegseth. Yes, throw them under the bus if you have to. Don't blame me. I never did anything wrong.
So this is the mind of Donald J. Trump right now. You heard it, guys. Right at our stream. This is what he's thinking. Blame it on Jared. Blame it on Steve Witkoff. So
क्या उसकी हत्या हो गई है
this controversy that is
ईरान
going
की
on.
स्ट्राइक की चपेट में वो आ गया है। कम से कम सोशल मीडिया पे पोस्ट तो यही चल रहे हैं, क्योंकि बेंजामिन नेतन्याहू का जो वीडियो आज सुबह सामने आया उसमें कई चीजें ऐसी थी जो अजीब लग रही थी। किसी वीडियो के फ्रेम में बेंजामिन नेतन्याहू के एक हाथ में 6 उंगलियां दिखाई देती हैं, कभी उसकी बोलने की स्पीड अचानक बढ़ जाती है, कभी लिप सिंक अलग हो जाता है। लोग कह रहे हैं कि ये जो वीडियो सामने आया है वो एक हाथ में 6 उंगलियां दिखाई देती हैं, कभी उसकी बोलने की स्पीड अचानक बढ़ जाती है, कभी लिप सिंक अलग हो जाता है। लोग कह रहे हैं कि ये जो वीडियो सामने आया है वो असल में एक एआई जनरेटेड वीडियो है और असल बेंजामिन नेतन्याहू कहीं मारा जा चुका है और ईरान ने आयतुल्लाह खामेनी की मौत का बदला ले लिया। आयतुल्लाह खामेनी की मौत असल में ईरान को एकजुट करने की सबसे बड़ी पावर बन के सामने आई है और जिस तरीके का जवाब ईरान ने दिया है अमेरिका और इजराइल को, वो देखने लायक है कि कोई देश अपने सर्वाइवल के लिए आखिरी हद तक लड़ने के लिए किस हद तक गुजर सकता है। आपको क्या लगता है, बेंजामिन नेतन्याहू मारा जा चुका है? क्या एआई वीडियोस, एआई जनरेटेड वीडियोस सर्कुलेट की जा रही हैं?
So this is like a big controversy that is going on, that the video that just came out of Benjamin Netanyahu is not really Benjamin Netanyahu, because sometimes he has like 4 fingers.
Episode of Everything is Fake and Lame. If you had the Jewish Messiah returning next Thursday, you can officially take that off your bingo cards.
Recognize the fact that we will reach to the kingdom. We will make it to the return of the Messiah, but this will not happen next Thursday.
And if world leaders talking about their Messiah in the middle of a global war wasn't weird enough, check out this dude's 6 fingers. I mean, if you look down there, just take a look. Does he got 6 fingers? And in the age of AI, you don't know what you're seeing, if it's real or fake. So I decided to check for myself. And yes, it appears that Benjamin Netanyahu has 6 fingers in this AI video. And the crazy thing is this wasn't some AI slot video that some unnamed account released to the social media to muddy up the waters. This was released on Israeli TV and other TV channels throughout the world. Like, what really happened to Benjamin Netanyahu? Where is he? Why are they feeding us this AI slop? You know, God said these things will happen, never that we should make them happen. So think about it. The Jewish Zionists are trying to usher in their Messiah. And the Christian Zionists are trying to help the Jews usher in their Messiah so they can then get their Messiah. But the joke's on both of them, because the Jewish Zionists are going to get the Antichrist, and the Christian Zionists are still going to be here when the Antichrist returns because pre-trib rapture is fake. Man, the joke's actually on us, because we're all going to be here. And just to add a cherry on top of this shit Sunday, there are
The jokes on you, Americans. So, Iran continues its 44th wave of strikes under Operation True Promise 4. Missiles and projectiles are impacting regions across Israel, including Tel Aviv, which reports of casualties and destructions mounting. You see big explosions happening. You can hear it in the background. So,
down together. U.S. lifts sanctions on Russia. Russia is now making.
I mean, these are some videos. Yeah. So now rumors are circulating that Benjamin Netanyahu is in a coma at Sheba Medical Center in Ramat Gan, Israel. A fully covered patient was seen being admitted 2 days ago with an unusual amount of security. If you have any information about this, I'm offering $10,000. So people are like offering money to locate Mr. Netanyahu because there's some sources that he's in a coma in a hospital because there was an airstrike. He was in a meeting with the Mossad head of Mossad agent who just died. So if the Mossad agent died, the head of the Mossad died, and Netanyahu and that guy were in the same building having a meeting. So how is Netanyahu alive? That is the question that people are asking. Maybe he is alive. I don't know. I don't want to sell a lot of conspiracies. So,
looking at here on the screen is of Netanyahu. This is with them. This is Israel trying to claim that Netanyahu was alive because we haven't heard from him, I think, in like 5 to 7 days. And the internet's all this chatter. They took out the head of Mossad. They took out Netanyahu's brother. They took out Ben Gurion. And now nobody's seen Netanyahu since. So everybody's claiming that he's dead. So yesterday, Israel tried to put out this video of Netanyahu. And lo and behold, AI, somebody caught it, shows that he has 6 fingers. So the world thinks Netanyahu's dead. Everybody on the internet's talking about he's dead. We haven't seen the man in about 7 days. Every one of his leaders that surround him is dead. Trump tells us that the Strait of Hormuz is open. The first ship that goes through it gets blown up. They claim that Iran's wiped off the map, and yet they sent their largest barrage of missiles that absolutely devastated Israel yesterday. I mean, Tel Aviv has almost turned into Gaza. They're out of power. Israel is getting their ass handed to them. And lo and behold, Netanyahu is fucking dead. At least we think. And until they prove otherwise, I mean, I'm looking at this photo here. The man has 6 fucking fingers. So where is he? I mean, it's wartime. He's the leader. He should be leading his troops.
The man has 6 fucking fingers. Where is he? Where is he really? So, Tel Aviv में 5 शाहिद धमाके से जानी नुकसान बहुत ज़्यादा हुआ. You can see the video. Tel Aviv is burning right now. And this guy is also talking about Netanyahu.
Iran killed David Bernier, head of Mossad. So David had a meeting with Netanyahu. So I am asking myself this question, or any person can ask. If the David got murdered with ballistic missiles, so where is the Netanyahu? So the clear news, Netanyahu is dead.
Netanyahu is dead.
And today, the Israeli government showing a footage of Netanyahu having meeting. Or that footage, or AI footage, or there is a fake Netanyahu.
Yeah, my editor is telling me that he wore like this badge as well, which is missing. So that is new as well. So, sorry guys. Let me just go back to my videos. So yeah, so now we're hearing about this Iraqi resistance has shot down a US KC-135 aircraft west of Iraq. And this is like a big news because this was like a refueling jet. Let me show you. Yeah, so beautiful, so beautiful. It's the corpse of a refueling jet that was in air over Iraq and it was shot down. All 6 US soldiers are reported dead. and there's no survivors. 4 people are confirmed dead and 2 people are still missing, but we know that they're not even alive. So it's like a big humiliation. Trump wants to get out of this now, but Iran has no, they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop now. And these were the Emiratis. These were the Emiratis. Remember when Karachi used to be Dubai? Karachi used to be the best city. These were the Emiratis. They used to live a simple life. I guess they're going back to this life after the bombs are going to go off.
I might be poor and my neighbors might be rich. So we ought to help each other. He's already given away millions. Zaid's host at this feast was one of his poorest neighbors. But now that Zaid has touched his palm with silver, he won't be quite so poor.
So this is a drone strike in Dubai, and it has the worst ad in West Asia or Iran address in West Asia, or Iran has some personal issues with Dubai. I think it's the worst address. It was bound to happen. So this is 13th, and this is the destruction that is happening in Israel. Sorry guys, we don't see any Iron Dome. We don't see innocent.
My name is Shahed 136. I cost $20,000, and I'm being used to bankrupt the most advanced air defense systems on the planet. Introduced by Iran in 2020. I'm a suicide drone. I don't come back. I find my target and I fly into it.
They don't send one of me, they send hundreds. While air defenses chase us, the real missiles get through. They shoot me down with Patriot missiles. Each one costs $3 million. I cost $20,000. They can't keep doing that.
Russia fired 3,900 of me in a single month on February 2025. That's 130 every single day. That's 1 every 11 minutes.
The U.S. studied me, reverse engineered me, built their own version called Lucas. February 28, 26 Operation Epic Fury. They used it against Iran, the country that built me.
From a factory in Iran, to Russia, to Lebanon, to America. The $20,000 drone that broke the rules of modern war.
Follow Wartoon. Every day, a new weapon, a new story.
My name is Shahed.
These are cute cartoons that are coming out of the Shahid drones. And these are the body bags of the American soldiers that are returning. I mean, how many bodies can you take, Donald Trump? 160 small Iranian innocent girls. But can you take like 160 US soldiers?
Here I come.
So yeah. Six finger guy. Six fingers. What is happening, man? So
okay, this is breaking right now.
Yeah, and then there's this other news as well. You see this big explosion at a house, and the news is, it's breaking news. Last night, Iran has killed the most important rabbi of Israel, Meir Ber. Rabbi Meir Ber was president of the chief rabbinate council and served as a personal rabbi to Netanyahu. He was the guy who said there's no innocence in Gaza. So the world is cheering you scumbags because what you did to Gaza when you were live streaming it for like 2 years straight, killing innocent people. And this is Iran realizing Iran realizing the entire world has no problem with them bombing Israel, and they're laughing. Oh, Donald Trump and Putin are here. These cartoons are pretty cute. but the best cartoon that I want to show you, I don't know even if I can show you. It's on YouTube. Yeah, I can. So this is the cartoon that will has America on its knees. It's a Lego cartoon made by Iranians. So it exactly tells you the people who are being attacked, how they're being attacked. It's like a Lego thing. These are the Emiratis running for their lives. This is Iron Dome, and this is Netanyahu running to the sewers because he's a sewer. And the Iron Dome is gone. And the ports are gone. And the Strait of Hormuz is closed. And Donald Trump is panicking. Oil goes past $98. The drones are falling now. And Israel is getting smashed hard. I'll smash your boy. And Donald Trump is receiving American soldiers in coffins. And who is this guy who's looking? The aircraft carrier has been destroyed as well. So one thing I learned about this war, that Iranians don't lie. When they're talking about something, they actually mean it. But when Donald Trump and Netanyahu are talking about something, they're obviously lying. So whatever Israel says happens in a few days. So best of luck, Donald Trump, because Shahed 3 drones were expensive. They were the older technology, and they weren't created by the female society in Iran. These drones are feminist drones created by intellectual girls who are working in Iran, and these are the new form. They're cheaper, and they come with a bigger bang, and they've like wings like a bird, I guess. So fire broke out at Hotel Mira at Jeddah in Mecca. So I mean, that is not a good sight to see. Although I don't agree with the Arab leaders. And good morning, Tel Aviv, Israel. Oh my God. Shit is about to go down. Shit is about to go down. So let's see a few more. So this is this is a guy who lost his son in the war. So he's going crazy. And people are actually, this Chinese girl is actually eating a cookie, enjoying the visuals. She's doing,
तुम्हारी जुरात कैसे हो मेरी नाफरमानी करने की?
So this is the final post. This was the best one, I guess. How many fingers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now he's 7 fingers. There you go. That is Netanyahu. He might be meeting Satan in the depths of hell right now. So massive war update. Western mainstream media tries to hide 89.5% of the world's population is now saying, "Fuck you, Israel." So
because too many of us sniffed it out for what it is, which is an Israeli and American threat to citizens of California. So they're like, oh, the threat isn't credible. Yeah, no fucking shit. Same week where the Pentagon's like, ooh, yeah, it was America that accidentally killed all those schoolgirls. A week after Trump was like, nope, Iran did it. And Lindsey Graham's on Fox being like, I'd rather be with Israelis than with crabby Americans who don't like our government. Bro, you are an elected official who is to represent your state's people, and you're really going on live fucking television and admitting that you care more about Israeli interests than your own constituents. These fuckers aren't even hiding it anymore, and y'all need to wake up if you still think any of them give a shit about you. They give a shit about money.
Money. Give me that money.
Muslims worship the different.
So this is like a really interesting video. I mean, the internet is going crazy.
12 did a report on the new Patriot battery system. It's right here at the Palashamin Air Force Base. It's actually right here. You can zoom out a little bit, Iran, if you want to see that. Yet again, it's this exact area. I'm going to zoom out for you. This is where the Patriot battery system is. This is the guy that reported it. He's channel 13. Action.
So apparently, they took the THAAD missiles out of South Korea and they gave it to.
Right here about the Aero battery air defense. He's posting with it. That is going to be right here. It's right there in the middle. Yet again, here's another photo he posted confirming. Look how the sides are like a wall. It opens up just like right here. It's brand new, by the way, Iran. So if you want to fire off a few missiles that way, there's only 6 interceptors in this direction. So you're going to need about 8. You're going to need a bigger barrage than normal. So what I'm assuming, guys, is we fire at Tel Aviv, divert it south, and maybe you can even get some interceptions over here just to waste some more. Make sure to like the video, repost, share with all your Iranian friends. Let's see if we can possibly get this out to the Iran.
What is Khamenei doing? So
urgent message.
This guy is like really crazy because recently they received their new THAAD systems and this news channel reporter actually gave the location away for these new THAAD systems, and now people on the internet have figured out which area it is, and they're telling the Iranian people, please bomb this THAAD missile, we know where it is, and they're exactly telling the strategy. You're gonna put 6 missiles that way, 6 missiles that way, and bam. So what else is going on? Yeah. So in response to bombing a bank in Tehran, Iran has struck a building in Dubai, International Financial Center, DIFC, this morning, according to the footage available online. It's unclear yet what was struck, but it's likely US-Israeli related assets. So this is the financial center of Dubai. Isn't it pretty? It's like really pretty. And this is like a really disturbing footage. I was talking about this earlier, and I was talking about there being 2 sorts of people in Israel. The first ones are the ones who are 24/7 in bunkers. They don't get out of the bunkers because Hezbollah is attacking, Iran is attacking, everyone is attacking. And the second type are the ones who are fleeing the country. So this girl is supposedly in a safe bunker, and Iran hit them with I don't know what, like a hypersonic missile, and the bunker is set on fire. They're trying to break the windows and they're trying to get people out. How ridiculous is that, guys? They're not even safe in the bunkers. That's what Netanyahu has led his people to. I mean, this is just insane. This is just insane. So this is another view of Dubai Financial District. I mean, these bankers are not bomb friendly. The financial district is not always that bomb friendly.
Here, who is the oil minister? He himself has said that he is a friend of Mr. Epstein. Sir, here I have a document which shows that his daughter has received money from George.
Oh my God. Rahul Gandhi, we love you. If Pakistanis could vote, they would especially vote for Rahul Gandhi.
गैस की किल्लत को देखते हुए आज हमने मोदी जी आदरणीय मोदी जी के मंत्र को आजमा रहे हैं हम। उन्होंने कहा था कि नाले की गैस से चाय पकौड़े बनाओ और उन्होंने देखा था, तो उस मंत्र को लेके आज हम जनता के बीच में आए क्योंकि गैस की बहुत ज्यादा किल्लत है।
तो आप तो प्रधानमंत्री जी को अपना नेता मान के उनकी बात का अनुपालन करते दिख रहे हैं।
अरे विश्व गुरु है भाई, हमारे विश्व गुरु है। देखिए आप ट्रम्प कैसे उनके नीचे लेटा हुआ है, तो उनकी बात को नहीं मांगेंगे, उनके मंत्र को नहीं मानेंगे। और देखो ये हमने इतना लंबा पाइप लाए हैं
जी, देखें जरा
नाले से डायरेक्ट गैस आ रही है। अरे अंदर तक जा भाई नाले में, बढ़िया गैस चल।
अंदर तक जा नाले में। मोदी जी ने कहा
5 मिनट में गैस तैयार होती है चाय।
तो कहाँ से गैस आएगी? ये तो पानी चल रहा है नीचे, कहाँ से गैस आएगी?
चलेगी 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 चल नहीं रही क्या? गत्ता कहाँ है? गत्ता कहाँ है वो?
ये आपने ग्राहक बिठा दिए हैं, ये तो ऐसे ही चले जाएंगे बिना चाय पिए चले।
देखिए 2 मिनट रुको आप।
कितनी देर हो गई आपको चाय का इंतजार करते? कितनी देर हुई आपको?
1 घंटा हो गया भाई साहब चाय के लिए। आप शांति रखो, मोदी का मंत्र है।
तो कैसे बनेगी चाय?
लाज रख ले मोदी जी, लाज रखो मेरी।
मोदी जी लाज रखो मेरी।
मोदी जी लाज रखो, आज आपका मंत्र अजमा रहा हूँ।
मंत्र मोदी मंत्र।
देखना चाहेंगे कि क्या इसमें है,
क्या कमी रहेगी?
क्या आग जल रही है क्या?
नहीं, क्या कमी रहेगी?
तो मोदी के जो मंत्र का उच्चारण नमो नमो नाम से है।
मोदी जी के फोटो कहाँ है? आरती करो मोदी जी की। ओहो, गलती हो गई। लाओ धूप बत्ती लाओ। धूप बत्ती लाओ। ये मोदी बाबा, ओ मेरे है मोदी बाबा, मेरी लाज रख लो, नाले से गैस, नाले से चाय पकोड़े बनवा दो, और नहीं तो ये आज मारेंगे बड़े जूते। ये मोदी बाबा अपने
अच्छा चलिए, ये तो अच्छा
मोदी जी जल गई।
अच्छा ये तो
जल रही, देखो आँख खोल के देखो।
ये तो हुई
जल रही है, देखो खड्डा आ गया। आज जल गए भाई।
मोदी जी का मंत्र काम कर ही जाता है। ये तो हमें पता ही नहीं था, हमें भी एलएनजी इंपोर्ट करवा रहे थे। मोदी जी का मंत्र। So guys, so much for regime change in Iran. Now we're seeing regime change in Israel. While people are bombing, Iran is bombing the shit out of these people. Now this was a good one as well.
likely bombed a girls' school, killing 175 people, mostly little girls between the ages of about 7 and 14.
We had Signal Gate, where he put our troops at risk. We had him blowing up boats in the Caribbean.
Yep.
We had them targeting defenseless swimmers.
That's right, with no accountability.
No accountability. He has no idea what he's doing in this war in Iran, and now an American missile hit an Iranian school, killing about 150 innocent school kids.
And that's really the point. Senator Van Hollen and I have been working for a long time on questions around what's called civilian harm, and we helped build into the law certain restrictions, so whenever the military is thinking about an attack where there are civilians in the area and innocent people could get harmed, it's how to think through. What are the risks? Are there ways to minimize the risks? Have we checked and double checked? Have we found ways to minimize the risks? But what did Pete Hegseth say about that?
He came in and dismantled the whole system. We've helped him build. He said they were stupid rules of engagement.
Stupid
As we
rules of
know,
engagement.
Rules of engagement are intended to prevent civilian harm. They're to prevent war crimes.
It's very different to have an accident when people up and down the line from the
So
leadership
Pete
all the way
Hegseth fired the people who were going to make sure that no civilians were going to be hit in Iran. And that's mainly where the blunder came from. So I mean, I was also talking about how the Muslim Ummah is united.
Başlarına gelen en büyük felaketin Netanyahu olduğunu artık açıkça dile getirmektedir.
See, normally procedure होता है कि you can ask to talk. तो I had asked to be allowed to make a statement कि मैं statement जो देश में situation है LPG की गैस की जो तेल की situation है और ये अभी शुरुआत है तो इसके बारे में मैं बोलना चाह रहा था बट कोई नया प्रोसीजर चालू हुआ है कि मंत्री पहले डिसाइड करेगा फिर मैं बोलूँगा फिर मंत्री रिप्लाई करेगा
मंत्री पहले बोलेगा मंत्री डिसाइड करेगा जी
बेसिकली मेन चीज़ क्या है दैट gas is going to be a problem, petrol is going to be a problem, all fuel is going to be a problem because essentially our energy security has been compromised. Flawed foreign policy has created this problem. Now it doesn't matter. अभी क्या करना है? अभी प्रिपेयर करना है. अभी आपके पास थोड़ा सा टाइम है. तो सरकार को प्रधानमंत्री को एकदम प्रेपरेशन शुरू कर देनी चाहिए क्योंकि अगर प्रेपरेशन नहीं की तो फिर करोड़ों लोगों का जबरदस्त नुकसान होगा
कोविड की जैसे कोविड से निपट लिया वैसे ही निपट लेंगे
Her gece
So the situation is in India is dire, as you guys just saw. And how much time has it been that we're doing this live stream? I guess it's been like 1.5 hours. So we might be ending the stream in a bit. And I think we discussed a lot of things today. And the video that we were seeing, the last video.
Is Israel an ally of the United States?
No.
Do you say Israel is not an ally? That is not an opinion that people hear a lot. Why is that?
They have been constantly pushing America toward more aggressive policies, toward getting in more fights. And just like I always say, if you went out to the bar every single night with your friend, and every night your friend's trying to convince you to get into a fight, and while you're beating a lot of people up, you're also taking a lot of wounds, and you're going to jail, and you're getting in trouble, you got to stop hanging out with that friend. And so I think that you know what? I also don't believe in welfare, and they shouldn't get another dime of U.S. taxpayer money, and they should not. So hold on. Their lobby should register as a foreign
that's a good
agent,
segue. Finish that.
and they should stop blackmailing our politics.
Got it. So back to Josh.
कल मैं पार्लियामेंट में मैंने मतलब एप्स्टीन.
There is something massive getting ready to take place. You believe that even if there's a ceasefire tomorrow, right now, the next 5 minutes, the world's changed. The commodities of the crude. What's changed?
For one, you've disrupted global supply chains. This is not just a disruption of oil. It's gas, it's fertilizers, it's metals, it's petrochemicals. The list goes on. And then you've disrupted supply chains in countries all over the world. The ships are in the wrong places. The insurances have been canceled. You've taken the pressure out of the fields that you've shut in places like Saudi Arabia or Iraq or even in the UAE. The list goes on and on. The damage is going to take months to unwind. But I want to bring it to the immediate. There is no policy response that can stop this ascent in crude. None. And yes, you hear this 400 million barrel headline. Flow rate is what matters. You know, the maximum sustainable flow rate is 2 million barrels per day. So 400, that'll take them 200 days to get that out. And you put that in the context of a disruption of, let's net it out of this, it's got to be somewhere around 18 million barrels per day right now. You're just minuscule in terms of offsetting it. So again, there's not many options here.
भाइयों बहनों मैं आपको कह रहा हूं आप मुझे 60 महीने दीजिए 60 महीने
दीजिए. So I guess that was about it. That was about all the information that I was supposed to give you guys today. So we discussed a lot of things in our live stream today. And let me just quickly recap. We recap how the war is going to progress, how Pakistan is not in a risk. Oh yeah, I need to talk to this camera. So how Pakistan is not in a risk of a nuclear bomb, nor is the world in a risk of a nuclear fight, because this is not the final Armageddon. And we have also discovered that Jews are not Zionists, and Zionists are not Jews, and Zionist leaders don't care about their own Jews. They want to destroy the whole of Tel Aviv because they're sick of these liberal Jews, these homosexual Jews, these party-going, these money-earning Jews, these tiny hats. They're not okay with their own tiny hats because Netanyahu was getting booed. He was getting out of the government. We've also discovered that it might be Netanyahu's dream plan for Iran to bomb the shit out of the GCC and Tel Aviv as well, because it's like killing two birds with one stone. You get rid of the people who are like against you, your own people who are against you, you get rid of them, and you also destroy the Roman Empire, which is the modern day USA, because USA needs that energy. All of their army is based upon keeping a peaceful world in which energy is flowing in abundance, and America is in control of everything. No one can mess with the American army. So if they can't really keep the Strait of Hormuz safe, they can't ensure oil to every nation that has dollars. So why would the world even care about America? Why would the world even care about the bully? Because remember, the bully has been bullying all of the children for a while, and the bully has been taking his tax. And in return, the bully has made, I guess, the whole region a little bit safer. But now the new kid in the block, who is Iran, has stood up and he has given a very big blow to the bully, and now everyone is asking questions. Now, Trump is making more enemies defending Israel, because not even South Korea is on their side, not even India is properly aligned with the goals, not even Pakistan. Pakistan was like goody-goody. They were in the peace process. And they were also talking about sending Pakistani military to Israel or to Palestine to make this greater Israel. And remember, does greater Israel not exist today? Because what is Syria? Who controls Syria? Who controls Libya? Who controls Iraq? So they already, and also they have a lot of influence in Saudi Arabia. So in one word, they already have the greater Israel in place. What else does Donald Trump want? And Donald Trump doesn't understand that in this holy war, the American empire is going to fall, and the Israeli people, the true Jews, the chosen ones, are going to dissolve the whole of CENTCOM and all the US military apparatus into Israel. And Israel is going to be the next superpower. They're going to be the hegemon. They're going to control the whole region. And that all depends on choking all the oil supply, destroying the Gulf nations, destroying America's investment, because all of these Gulf nations, remember when Trump flew to Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and UAE, they promised him trillions and trillions of dollars, and those trillions of dollars are now gone, wiped off, nada, nishta, whatever you can say. So we learned all these things, and we learned that Jared Kushner might be Trump's handler. Jared Kushner might be the one who is like influencing Trump. He has been influencing Trump for such a long while because his father was also a good friend of Netanyahu. He's a good friend of Netanyahu. Netanyahu stayed at his home. So this is like a real complex 4D chess game. And where does Iran stand? Did America successfully remove the Ayatollah regime? Seems like not. And did Donald Trump unite all the Muslims to fight this holy war? Remember, Iran is the only nation who is protecting all this Gulf region, who's protecting Muslims from getting demolished by these Zionist Israeli agents and their armies and their guns and their tanks and their bombs. And Israel is winning because even some of the Zionist Muslims also think that let Israel take over the world, and that's when Imam Mahdi is going to come, and that's when Hazrat Isa is going to be reincarnated, and that's when there's going to be a true Muslim empire. But only the Shias are the ones who think that we can't sit with our hands tied and let Israel take over everything. So they have been preparing this for 40 goddamn years, and this war might not make so much sense to you, but it shows you the direction that the world is going to go in the next 5 or 10 years. Maybe this war is going to stop, but the damage is done. The US economy is going to go into a spiral. The GCC Gulf states who don't have their own oil are not going to be existing on the map anymore. Maybe they'll try to contact countries like Pakistan to protect them, to be dissolved in a country like Pakistan, because they themselves are such small populations. They were installed puppets by the British, and they were protected by the Americans, and that is the true sense of all these big sheikhs, these kings. And what do these sheikhs do? They have like weird fetishes. They invite models, and they don't even respect the American woman, because these Arabs have like weird fetishes with. I mean, we heard like there some sheikh ordered gave like $10,000 to a European model, and he asked that he could shit on the European model. So this Arab sheikh, he's like really pissed off at his wife, and he hates America, he hates the Jews, he hates the Europeans, and now he travels from Saudi Arabia to Dubai, his play island, and he invites this European model just to shit on that girl. So that is the sort of people sheikhs are. And we also got to know that Karachi could be the next place for investment, because the Qasim port is good enough and the Karachi infrastructure is good enough to be a viable second route for all of this infrastructure. And maybe we'll see more and more flights coming to Karachi, and Karachi being the next Dubai. And we also learned about the sheikhs, about the Indian investment in Dubai. It's like a huge billions of dollars, because all of these people, all of these crooks and criminals who were running away from their own governments have taken refuge in Dubai, and they have all their billions of dollars over there. Now Now, these people don't feel safe. So where's the first thing they're going to run to? Maybe Singapore because of their good tax policy. But these sheikhs are really embedded with the Indians. So maybe the wealthiest of the sheikhs will take their money and go to Mumbai or someplace like that. But we're sure that Pakistan will have a really important, significant future, and it's only uphill from here. And we also discussed about how there were attacks going on in Islamabad, and how the Afghani migrants are not so humble and they're not so innocent, and so is the Afghani Taliban leadership. They're not always right. And we did also criticize our own government for their policies, but we don't think that these 2 or 3 drones can really destabilize a country like Pakistan. And we don't think that this war is really the end of the time war where the whole world is going to come and fight with each other, because there's certain things that are not going to plan according to plan. We think that Netanyahu is no longer in this world, and Trump, is he going to continue the work of Netanyahu while Netanyahu is even dead? Is he going to double down on whatever he's going to do, or is he going to back off? Some people say that he's already trying to back off, but Iran is not stopping. So Donald Trump might send like 1,500, 2,000 troops to defend the Strait of Hormuz, but it is going to be the most spectacular destruction of US soldiers, of their military, of their presence, of their wishful thinking. So that is what we discussed today in our live stream. It was like a very in-depth, in detail. It was about Zionism. So I hope all of you guys had a great time, and I hope you all enjoyed the live stream. And thank you all for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe, because it's like a free way to promote our live streams. And thank you for being here. Allah Hafiz, bye-bye. I've been talking for such a long while that I need a break as well. So take care, guys. Hope everyone's safe.